Good morning, boys and girls. I am super excited to be here today. My name is Cherie Dammen, and I am the author of Princesses Don't Wear Glasses. This is the poster that I use when I go to elementary schools to do author appearances. But since we can't go to schools right now, I'm not doing any school appearances, and I'm not doing any author showcases. Anyway, I'm super excited to be here. I want to tell you a little bit about the backstory to my book. When we used to live in Utah, and I had a neighbor girl, and her name was Avery, and she was a little crazy little girl. She would ride her bike all over, and she would wear princess dresses, and she'd be on scooters, and she was just going all the time. And one day her mom was over at my house, and she told me that Avery had to get glasses. And I said, oh, well, that's okay. And her mom said, no, she's not very excited about getting glasses because all of her favorite main characters in Disney movies, none of them wear glasses. So in Avery's mind, she was like, well, princesses don't wear glasses, so how can I wear glasses? And when her mom was telling me this story, I was like, gosh, you're right. There are no lead character, Disney characters that wear glasses. And of course, I don't think of this because I am a boy mom. I have boys. And so when she told me this, I was like, gosh, you're so right. That is so true. And for a 4-year-old, that's a really big deal that they don't see in the movies that they're watching and the characters that they love that they don't have glasses or they don't have things that make them different. So that day I went up to my loft and I decided to write a story for Avery, just for Avery. I decided to just write a story that basically said that, you know what, princesses do wear glasses. And it doesn't matter if you're different. And you can grow up and you can be whatever you want. And you can look however you do. And that's okay. So that day I wrote this story for Avery. The next day I called her mom and I said, hey, I would like you to bring Avery over. I said, I wrote a story for her that basically I'll read to her that tells her that it's okay to wear glasses, and princesses do wear glasses. And so she came over the next day, and I read the story to her, and of course she loved it. And that was in 2009 is when I wrote that. And so it's obviously 2020 now, and so my book was published in 2018. February of 2018 is when my book was launched. So in the meantime of having my manuscript and trying to find an illustrator to help me put the pictures to the words was a feat. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I went to like colleges and high schools to see if I could get young illustrators that might be interested in doing the illustrations for my book. So then I didn't find anybody, and so I kind of just put it to the side and just kind of thought, well, you know, it was just a story for Avery, and maybe it won't ever get published because I didn't know what I needed to do to get it to this point. Then I met an amazing person. Her name is Kim Betchart, and she is an art teacher at an elementary school here in Colorado. And she was actually my son's art teacher, and I didn't put it together until we met at a party. And so we talked about it, and I told her that I had a manuscript and that it was a children's book. And I told her that I was looking for someone to do illustrations for it. And she said, well, I'm an art teacher, and it's on my bucket list. I would love to illustrate a children's book. And I said, awesome. I said, I will send you my manuscript. You read it. You see if it's a good fit for you. And then we can meet and we can discuss it and we can talk and we can see if we have kind of the same ideas about how we want this book to look. So we did. She read the manuscript. She loved it. She called me and she's like, hey, you need to come and let's do this. And I said, that's awesome that you want to do these pictures for me, but I can't pay you because I have no idea how this crazy train is going to go. So I'm like, if you want to jump on this crazy train with me and see where it goes, let's do it. So we got together and we read through the manuscript, and I gave her my ideas of what I thought that I wanted, that I could see in my mind, that I wanted this book to look like. And I don't, like I said earlier, I don't have girls, and she does. She has girls, plus she's a teacher. And so once we got to talking about it, and we, discussed my ideas and her ideas, we meshed those two things together. I mean, we collaborated so well with this, and the pictures that she came up with were brilliant, and they brought the story to life, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the pictures in the book to tell the story, and I wanted them to jump off the page, and I wanted the reader to feel engaged, and I wanted the reader to feel like maybe they could jump into the book and be part of the story. And I think that pictures are so important when you come to children's books, because they do tell the story. Even if you don't have the words, you can still look at the pictures and you can make up your own story. So that was really great that I found Kim, and she did an amazing job on these illustrations in this book. When we got to the point where it was time to print our book, we actually got full reign to do the book, the whole interior. We got to design the interior of this book. Usually you send it and they put it together and then they give it back to you and you say, we wanted to change a few things. But they gave us complete and total control over designing the interior of this book. So we got to add anything that we wanted, any special things. I mean, we had total control. And that was super fun because we got to add amazing things in here. We changed fonts, we made things just more captivating to our reader. And that's really what we wanted to do, is speak to our reader. And so there's a few things in the book that I definitely want to tell you to watch for. So first of all, Avery is a real person, and that's the name of her in the book. Avery is a real little girl. She's now 15 years old. She was 4 when I wrote the story about her. And so there's a few things in the book that I want you to watch for. Avery has a little frog. This is Avery's little frog. This is her stuffy. Kind of falling apart here. But her little stuffy frog is in the book. And we put him in the book in numerous places because we wanted the kids to actually look for him. And he's kind of falling apart right now on me because I don't have him sitting down. But this is Mr. Stuffy Frog, and these around his neck are considered peas. If you think about the story, The Princess and the Pea, so we hid peas in the book too. So just fun little things to look for in the book. So when we're going through the book, watch for the peas, watch for her little stuffy. These are only things that you're going to know if you've actually met me or my illustrator. It's not published in this, it's not said in the book that these are in there. We kind of did it as a promotional thing for ourselves. So when we got together with students, we could tell them about it and say, okay, you're the only people who know about this because you've actually met me, or you've met me like this, virtually. So watch for the peas, watch for the froggy. Also watch for, I live in Colorado, and so on the front of Avery's shirt is a C, and that stands for Colorado, so watch for that. And then also, Avery lives in Utah, and so at the end of the book, on the back of a sweatshirt is something that is going to represent Utah, so watch for that as well. I think that's it. Oh, I also wanted to tell you that this is based on Avery's imagination. So Avery's not a real princess. She doesn't live in a castle. She doesn't live in a kingdom. So she's not really a real princess. But in her mind, she's a real princess. And this is her reality. This is her idea of what a princess life looks like for her. And that's what I loved about it, is that it's not the typical princess story. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready, and I'm going to read this to you. So this is the book, and it's called Princesses Don't Wear Glasses, and I've kind of struggled with the light in here a little bit, and so I can't really get it to be super crisp and clear like I'd like it to be, But this is the front of the book. Princesses don't wear glasses. And so it's how I'm going to do this is I'm going to read the actual page, and then I'm going to show you the pictures, the illustrations. Okay? So let's get started. Once upon a time in a magical mountain valley, there lived a princess named Avery. Princess Avery was like most other little princesses. How do you see that? This is Avery. See the P's around her neck? And look, she's in a magical mountain valley. And if you watch, the mountains follow kind of in the book a little bit. She loved to wear beautiful princess dresses. She had dresses in every color of the rainbow. She loved her dresses so much, she even wore them to bed. You see that? Can you see that she's in her bed and she's got her little stuffy with her, and she's got peas on her pajamas, and also she has a little treasure trove up here that she keeps all of her baubles in, and then of course her dresses, all of her dresses of many colors. Princess Avery had several things to wear with her pretty dresses: ivory pearls, red rubies, sparkly diamonds, green emeralds, shiny tiaras of all shapes and sizes, with lots of fabulous handbags and shoes to match. So see, that's her treasure trove, and there she's got her stuffy in there. She's got a rock sucker, a ring sucker, a ducky, some bubble gum, just things that are super important to her that she keeps in her little treasure box. I'm sure lots of you have your own little treasure box that you have, that you keep your special things in. One day, while Princess Avery was playing in the grassy meadows of the magical mountain valley, she noticed that things weren't as clear as she thought they should be. She noticed that things were very blurry. She blinked once, she blinked twice, she blinked so many times that her eyes felt like butterfly wings. All the things she loved were not as crisp and clear as she had remembered. So there she is. And if you look in the wings of the butterfly, you can find a pea in there. The fish in the water were swimming in a blurry stream. The birds were nesting in blurry nests, and the trees were reaching into a blurry blue sky. So Avery, this is her reality. So she's not really seeing, she's in a room and she sees her frog and her fish and her bird are all blurry. They're just not as clear as they used to be. You see that? I'm trying to tell if you can see it or not. Princess Avery was very confused and worried. She thought that maybe her eyes were tired, so she decided to take a nap in an old hollow tree near her favorite stream. So there's Princess Avery, and she ran away to her tree house. That's where she goes to find peace and to think and to hang out with her little froggy, her stuffy. When Princess Avery awoke from her restful nap, she stretched and she yawned and she opened her big, beautiful brown eyes, taking a second look around at all the things that she loved in the magical mountain valley. Everything was still blurry. Princess Avery ran home as fast as her legs would carry her. She raced to tell her mother that her eyes were broken. She told her mother how all the things that she loved in the magical mountain valley were blurry. Unsure of what to do, her mother decided to take Princess Avery to the magical valley's eye doctor. See those? In a dark room, the doctor examined her eyes with some very odd tools. He had the princess look through some funny lenses, cover one eye, then the other, and read rows of numbers and letters. Princess Avery squinted and blinked and squinted and blinked, but she still couldn't read the lines. She could only see the top two lines clearly. When her eye exam was over, the doctor told Princess Avery that she did need glasses to correct her blurry vision. Now, this is my favorite page in the entire book, just because it is a very good illustration of what it looks like to go to the eye doctor. And if you haven't gone to the eye doctor yet, this is kind of what it's going to look like. and you shouldn't be scared. It's really kind of a fun experience. So they use very odd tools. If you notice her shirt, the C stands for Colorado, and she also has her stuffy there with her, sitting next to her in the chair. You can see that. "Oh, Mother, I can't wear glasses. I just can't." "Why?" asked her mother. "Princesses don't wear glasses," Princess Avery scoffed. "Glasses won't match any of my beautiful dresses, fabulous handbags, or shoes. I just can't wear glasses. Princesses don't wear glasses." So if you can see this, she's actually kind of thinking about it, but she's not quite sure. And this is another fun thing we did in our book is so we went from this page, and then you go to this page, and we have it so you'd actually have to turn the book. So it's not a mistake. It's supposed to be like this. "Princess Avery ran into the magical pumpkin patch to cry. She thought if she cried big enough tears that she would cry the blurriness right out of her eyes. This only made Princess Avery's eyes red, puffy, and even more blurry. She was so very sad because princesses don't wear glasses." See this? You can see this page, and you can see there's the peas and the pea pods, and she's crying these big old crocodile tears. She's in her pumpkin patch, and she's got her stuffy with her to help her make her feel better. So sad. Princess Avery and her mother went back to the eye doctor to pick out her glasses. Some were way too big, some were way too small, and some were just plain awful. Princess Avery became discouraged. With a long sigh, she plopped down and started to cry, knowing she would never find the perfect pair of glasses that were fit for a princess. So see, she had to try on a bunch of different pairs to find the ones that she wanted. And that's what you do, is you go and you try them on, and you try on different ones to fit your face and to see which ones you like the best. Just then, out of the corner of her beautiful brown eyes, she saw a twinkle from across the room. She made her way toward the radiant twinkle of light. She found a pair of glasses that had every vibrant color of the rainbow and twinkly little rhinestones in each corner. They were just the right size and just the right shape for Princess Avery's beautiful little face. She put the wonderful magical rainbow glasses on with one swift movement. "Oh, Mother, they're perfect." Doesn't that look like the perfect pair of glasses to you? I think so. "Look, Mother, they change colors as I move. Sometimes they look green or blue or pink or purple or yellow and so many other colors. Mother, these glasses will match all my pretty dresses, bags, and shoes," said Princess Avery. Once Princess Avery had the glasses on, she saw a whole new magical world. She saw crisp colors, amazing shapes, interesting distant wonders that she had never seen before. Princess Avery saw a world like no other she had ever dreamed. No more blurry streams, nests, or skies. She could see everything clearly now. She had her glasses, and now she could see everything, distant things that she hadn't seen before. A few days later, it was time for Princess Avery's first day of school. As she walked to the school in the magical mountain valley, she worried that the other princes and princesses would laugh at her new glasses. Walking into the classroom with her magical rainbow glasses, all the children looked up at her. Princess Avery could hear oohs and ahs and whispers from all of them. She hid her head as she thought that they were making fun of her. So there's her classroom and her classmates. And if you see over on the desk, you'll see some peas over there. And you can just see that her classmates are just sitting there at their desk. And the chalkboard in the back. Instead, when she looked up, everyone was smiling at her. They all ran to her side and began asking many questions about her wonderful glasses. Where did you get those rainbow glasses? Did you know they were going to change color? Can I try your glasses on? How do I get magical rainbow glasses? Once all the excitement settled down, Princess Avery heard a small voice from the back of the room. I knew that princesses wear glasses. You see that? So she's standing around with all of her friends, and you see she has her stuffy with her to help her be brave. And you see the stuffy over on this other side. Who do you think that small voice was? Let's see. Princess Avery looked around. There sat Princess Lily with her very own pair of magical glasses. When Princess Lily smiled, she revealed beautiful, sparkling silver braces on her teeth. So see, Avery met a new friend, and there's Princess Lily, and Princess Lily has her own pair of magical glasses on, and she has braces on her teeth. So not only do princesses wear glasses, they what? Let's see. Princess Avery smiled a big smile. She pushed her glasses up on her nose. She stood up very tall, walked over to Princess Lily and said, I am Princess Avery. Princesses do wear glasses, and they do wear braces too. You see that? So there she made a new friend, Lily, and Lily wears glasses, and she wears braces. So see, princesses can wear glasses, they can wear braces, they can wear anything they want. And if you see right down here in this little right here part, you can see that there's Princess Avery's little stuffy frog, and then Princess Lily has her own little stuffy as well. And if you can tell what that is, it's actually a little stuffy goat. So her little stuffed animal is a stuffed goat. And then here is the beehive that I was telling you about earlier, that represents Utah. So on the back of Princess Avery's sweatshirt, she has a beehive because Utah is the beehive state. So princesses wear glasses, and they do wear braces too. So that's it. That's the end of my story. But as you can see, you can be a princess and you can wear anything. You can wear glasses, you can have braces. It doesn't matter. You be who you want to be. And that's all that matters. And be confident and brave and have self-esteem. And remember to be kind to one another. And that when people do look different, you need to make sure that you make them feel good and not make fun of kids, not make fun of other people. That's not the way we want to be. So that's the end of my story, and I'm super excited that you came today and to listen to me read. And if you are interested in one of my books, I would love if you would purchase one, and maybe you'll even win one in the giveaways. So the information will be on the website of, I think, putting books in children's hands. You can get my information as to where to find me and where to find my book. It's been my pleasure reading to you today. I hope you guys have an amazing fall, and happy Halloween.